have the 4426, which is the channel of surrender, and it is the design of a transmitter. And so gate 44 is coming to meet and the gate of alertness, and it's a splenic gate, which is that brown triangle off to the left of the chart. And then gate 26 is the taming power of the great, and it is the gate of the egoist, and it's a will center gate. So here we have the little red triangle, which is the ego, the will, the heart center, and it's the heart of the tribe. So the 4426 is about deep tribal memory that's rooted in instinctual awareness and intelligence, and it's joined to ego strength. And the combination gives a transmitter the ability to selectively and persuasively use historical memory to sell something to a targeted group, supposedly constituting an improvement.
Yeah, I like the supposedly part.
Yeah,
We're
maybe.
still waking up. Yeah, we're still waking up. And it very much, keep a grain of salt. It is supposedly,
In its highest expression.
And it's absolute. Gate 26 is called the trickster for a reason, because it needs to be. We already went through this. Did I give the example of the lemmings? Gate 26 is like, it's wicked important because it's like got this vocal roar that so carryover stuff of the ego from the old way of that we would have talked about, that we would have thought was not so good. Ego, bad ego. No, good ego. And part of the goodness is when it's awake to itself, it can roar the right roar. Sometimes you gotta hey, blah, whatever the message, and it can't just be heard in wimpy terms. Oh, gentlemen, excuse me, it won't work.
Yeah.
And the example was the lemmings, a herd of lemmings. If one jumps off a cliff and just runs off the cliff, the herd will follow the frickin' thing. I mean, it's not just lemmings that'll do that, but unless there's a gate 26 in that crowd. And it just stops, and it's like it might say, hey, there's a cliff, and they're like, yeah, whatever, but now it will manipulate what needs to be heard. Hey, I found a pot of gold. Whoa, I just found gold.
Hey, look over here.
Everyone stops, and then they finally will realize, oh my god, we're about to run off a cliff. Hey, where's the gold? There's no gold. I just don't want you clowns to run off a cliff. That's the trickster, you know what I mean? Now, but put that into an ill-gotten intent.
Oh, you're the used car salesman.
Yeah, I hate to pound on used car salesmen.
The bad ones, not the good ones. I'm sure there's lots of really great car salesmen out there. Thank you for the work you do, but we're talking about the bad ones.
I've yet to meet one I like. It's the industry.
It's the smarmy, whatever. It's the smarmy salesman of whatever industry you want to talk to. You can have the smarmy club promoter. You can have the smarmy bartender. You can have the smarmy whatever. It's the guy who's trying to trick you. What's that?
Yeah, go to Wall Street. You'll see it all over the place. That would be the perfect example. But anyway, so it's got to transmit this message, and then 44 comes in and says, "Cool it down." 44 is cool. Look at it like more of the reptile side of things, and like our old brain reptile side. And 26 is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And the surrender is find body temperature, find lukewarm. We can't overheat. We must surrender. And we must surrender to the message. 44 is like, hey, calm down about that message. Hey, let's sharpen that message. And 26 is King Kong hitting his chest, just about ready to roar it out. The 26 may be right to roar it out. The 44 may be right to curtail it a little bit or sharpen it a certain way according to awareness, sudden awareness in the now, to alter that thing a little bit for the sake of our survival. 44's intelligence gathering fear is the fear of extinction. So that's deep in the habla mangata back here in the old brain, right? That's way, way back there. I don't walk around like fear of extinction, but suddenly something is a little bit off. I'm suddenly worried about it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It shows up as a way to understand what should we transmit. What's the actual value of it? 32 just came in with a bunch of stuff helping me figure out the value. Let's sharpen in on the value of even doing this. Never mind that ego boy is all psyched and can do it. It's should we do it, essentially. So these two gates surrender to each other. And then the fear dies down. And then the tribe survives, because ultimately this is transmitting back wealth to the tribe. It's not just a transmission of a message out. It's the transmission back of the stuff. Two-way street. So altruistically, this channel will come do some work. It'll get stuff done. It'll roll up its sleeves a little bit to see if it's worth rolling up anymore. and it's on the hunt for value in that way. And so it's glad to help. And then in the tribe, it's just supportive, and it's wicked sharply aware of what is loyalty, because it goes straight into the ego. So basically the roaring 26 to the 44, if you claim that it's not loyal to the tribe somehow, if you bring that into question, there's going to be a fight over that. It's going to be intense. So another reason to learn to get along. So
yeah, 44 is that like tribal memory, and like, hey, how did we survive? Like that thing that might have hurt us before, let's remember that so it doesn't hurt us again in the future.
And it's a big part of what 26 is manipulating. There's no awareness in the ego, and so it's got experience, but the awareness is coming out of 44, and 26 is manipulating that pulse of knowledge, because that knowledge is so quick, along with its experience in that memory. So it's both.
And then the other thought I had is like the 44 is that like make it pretty, and then the 26 is going to go sell it.
Yeah, period. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And if the 44 is not there, the 26 will find a way to make it pretty so it can sell it. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
All right.